We live! What's good, everybody? It's Game Talk. I'm Gangster. Kinda late, but whatever. Sorry for that. I'm here with Brimstone.
Is Otherkin a food group?
I'm just saying, if she says she's a deer, we should be able to hunt her.
RevTech.
A trans species, man. Trans species.
And my boy Blue.
Yes. Sure.
Yes. Sure.
Yes, that's right. You are my boy, and your name is Blue. Like, what is wrong with this description, sir?
I don't. It's bothersome.
I don't get why it's bothersome.
Do you prance on the grass and like a deer and eat grass?
Fuck.
I mean, does chewing ass count or no?
I guess to some degree as it could. Who's potty? Oh, Pete, launch it.
Me. Yeah, you guys mind hardcore?
God,
No, I don't
yeah.
care.
All right,
Like
let's do it.
I know, but imagine playing hardcore.
Yeah, it's fucking great, dude.
It's great. Yeah.
I'm sure it is fun.
Just be prepared to be team killed a lot if you scared the fuck out of me. Just letting you now, man.
So I guess everyone's week gone so far.
So, how about that AMD lawsuit, boys? What do you think about that?
I think people can get fucked. Just saying.
I didn't read into it at all. I'm just going by with what you guys are saying, and if that's really the sum up of the case.
It's supposedly a rumor. It's supposedly a rumor that there's a lawsuit going around for AMD because of the false advertisement with X370, X470, X570, B450, 350. Source so far is Gamer Nexus.
I mean, people
Gamer
got
Nexus talked about it in depth.
People have got to understand that silicon only has a power limit.
Well, it's beyond that, because, like, okay, I hate the bulldozer and pile driver lawsuit. I think it's a silly, frivolous thing to do because it for a lot of reasons. But
yeah, right.
The main
Absolutely,
one being
I agree with you.
that, like, it was kind of some tricky marketing, but they couldn't have done it any other way, because it's not like they weren't calling a 4-core an 8-core. That's not what was going on. It was somewhere in between a 4-core and an 8-core, and there's no way to market that. But they may have a point, at least, with that lawsuit, because they did technically false advertise. But with this shit, there is no fucking... AMD never once fucking said that every motherboard would support every Ryzen chip for the next 10 years. That's not what they said. They said they weren't going to be changing the socket for the next 10 years. And that motherboard support should be, continuous, but not like every motherboard will support every fucking chip. That's not realistic. Nobody expected that. Like, anybody in this lawsuit... I want to know, like, did you honestly expect to be able to buy a first-gen Ryzen B350 and put a fucking, Ryzen 4700X in it? Like, no, get the fuck out of here, man. You are out your fucking ass.
That's what everybody's complaining about. But here's the thing, the ROM size, that's the thing people don't understand, is it's the ROM size. See, the thing is, what Gamer Nexus hit it on the head when he said it. He said that they went with the basic ROM size. They would have went with 32 megs of ROM size, then it would have been feasible. So the next gen will support the new CPUs coming out future, and possibly X570. But there's so many SKUs. That's the thing. There's so many SKUs, and the ROM size is only
that's
so much
the thing.
They can handle.
Already to support Ryzen 3000, like a bunch of, I can't remember if it was Gigabyte or MSI, but one of the two. They had
MSI
to start.
Came out.
Well, no, they had to start scaling back on their GUI. Because the image files that they had for their GUI were too big, and they were taking up too much room, and they couldn't fit all of the, all the information they needed for the new Ryzen chips. So they were already at the. I mean, yeah, you can criticize them for not going with a bigger ROM chip. Fine, fair enough, I guess. I mean, they figured they didn't need it, because who would have thought? That's the thing. Who would have thought that Now, fine. I can totally understand, because the 300 series boards, sure, they're not going to be getting the Ryzen 4000 chips, right? I am a little perturbed that, like, X470 isn't. Fine, fair enough. But given that, it's like, come on, guys. You knew this was going to happen eventually. You knew that there were going to be chips coming out that they were going to be saying, yeah, we just can't, either through power reasons or technology changes like DDR5 versus 4, or like maybe an expansion of PCI lanes for the CPU. There was going to be something that happened to one of the generations of Ryzen chips where they were just going to say, yeah, sorry, we can't support this shit on earlier boards. Like the PCI Express 3 versus 4 thing was I mean, that could have done it, except that PCI 3 is backwards compatible with 4. So fair enough. You can, you just disable that feature on the new chips. But it's getting to the point where, yeah, it's some silly shit. I hate people for doing this. It's like,
well,
come on,
this is
guys.
the last generation for AM4 anyway. Before they go to AM5, they said they were going to support it for 4 years, 4 different generations, and that was it. I mean, the socket-wise,
Right.
4 generations, and then they were going to go to AM5 because AM5 is supposed to be an advancement in RAM, PCI lanes, and everything else because PCI 5.0 is coming out here soon. It's on the rise. DDR5 is like a year or 2 out.
Yep.
So this is the last socket. This is going to be the last for AM4.
So, yeah, people can get fucked. And really, the thing that pisses me off about it, it's like, come on, guys. AMD, they don't need this right now. They are finally getting to a point where they're competing with Intel on an even playing field, where Intel is actually going to have to do something surprising and not just release the same chip. I mean, they're still doing it. They're still releasing the same chips with 5% better clocks with horrible power consumption, just so that they can keep up with the new Ryzen chips. So they're gonna be forced now to actually do some architecture innovation in a way they haven't for the last fucking 15 years. It's like, and you guys are gonna pull this bullshit on them? Get the fuck out of here, man.
I mean, to me, it's just kind of funny that it's like, people have been like Intel getting away with this, but at a worse scale for a long time. But AMD says, oh, for this CPU brand or whatever, you can't use the low-end motherboard for it. It's like, wow.
The reason why Intel's been doing it for years like that is because of the ROM size. They can't support everything, all the SKUs and everything they have. So
well, plus I think a little bit is on purpose. Like, planned obsolescence. If you can make the claim that you need, because like especially the new one seals it, because the new chips, the new Skylakes or whatever the fuck they are, there is nothing different about them than the last generation, except for the power requirements and the clock. So there's no reason, like they don't have a PCI Express, they don't even have a PCI Express change, let alone like a RAM system change or anything like that. So there was no reason they could. I mean, maybe you could make the argument for power because that new 10970 whatever the fuck it is pulls over 200 watts of power, and there aren't a lot of motherboards that could handle that. Fine, fair enough, but you still could enable it on the boards that could handle it. I'm sure there's an MSI Godlike board or something like that built for liquid nitrogen that has a VRM that can handle that chip. So that's not the same thing that's happening with AMD. Come on, guys. It's just not. They've 3 generations now.
Well, MSI didn't help themselves the other day when they wrote a statement. I agree with Gamers Nexus on that one. They didn't make a good excuse on why. They basically made it to where we could do it, but we really can't. But we can really. It was kind of like that 50-50 that die with the sword, live with the sword kind of moment. So, MSI has opened themselves up to a bunch of can of worms of lawsuits.
I mean, what they should have said, and this is what I hope happens, what they should have said is, look, we certainly can't enable it on all boards. There's no way your X300 boards or your X4 or B450 or, B450 boards are going to be able to handle the 4000s. It's just not going to happen. But it might be possible on a good X470 board. So for, like, the top 2, say, of the X470s that every brand offers, they might be able to enable support for the 4000s, and that's what they should say is, look, we're going to try and get these running on X450 series, and so if you've got those boards, you'll be fine. but we just can't do it for the lower end boards. And people would have understood that. I mean, just like with everything AMD, it might be in the spec, but it's not like it's hard coded. You know, the whole thing with PCI Express was AMD wasn't enabling it by spec, but that doesn't mean that a board manufacturer couldn't enable it on their own board if it was possible.
Where's Metro? I thought he was playing with us.
His shit crashed.
Oh shit. So, you know, that's if I was at those companies, Asus, MSI, Gigabyte, any one of them, that's what I would have said to say. It's like, look, we'll try, but we can't make any promises. And that's the best you can do.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I agree.
And the lawsuit will all depend on how they'll have to get lawyers and
Well,
go see what was
that's
the,
a
what was the exact
speculative
wording.
thing because the sources were PC. What was the PC Gamer and something else saying lawsuits may happen out of this, so it's all speculative at that point.
So no knows for certain.
No, they're just taking it off the information that was presented by all the companies. But that's not an AMD lawsuit thing. That will be more of a motherboard lawsuit type deal. I could see it totally happening to MSI or Gigabyte, you know, because they made it out to be, it's more of the motherboard manufacturers made it out to be that AMD was going to support all the motherboards going forward. So it's more on the motherboard manufacturers than AMD.
Didn't like Asus and like MSI decide not to do what AMD wanted? Like AMD left it up to them, if I remember correctly, or something
For
like
what?
that. For their motherboards. Like there was a while back there was a statement by Asus stating that like they weren't going to move forward with AMD's new CPU on a current generation motherboard because they felt that their motherboard wasn't equipped to handle it.
Well, here's
so
another...
they ended up doing a whole nother series of motherboards for that chipset. So I'm wondering if it's the same shit, you know what I mean, with everybody else. Because if I remember correctly, AMD allowed that to happen. They were like, yeah, go ahead, and if you guys feel like you can't do it, don't do it.
That's why the partnerships, you haven't seen partnerships because a lot of the companies are really stingent on what happened last go around with AMD. That's why you haven't really seen a big partnership. Now you're starting to see the wall being broken with Asus and AMD now with laptops and whatnot. But, you know, you need more players in the space, honestly, when it comes to the AMD side of things, really. I mean, Intel's not going to hold that grip for so long.
Especially not putting out chips the way they're doing. I mean, that new one, man, 200 plus watts for 5 gigahertz.
A 3500X kills a 3700. Or no, the 3500 kills a 7700K.
Yep. So with 4000, if they get, I mean, they've been pretty consistent with if there was, you know, a 10% or 15% IPC increase claimed, that's what happened. And that's the same claim they're making with the 4000 versus 3000, and there might be a clock speed increase on top of that. And if that happens, man, like a 4800X, a 4700X, that will fucking destroy a 9700K. Easy. Because they'll have close to, you know, 4.8 gigahertz, maybe 4.6 at the least, with a 15% IPC on what they've got. Oof.
For 120, I think it's like $130 for the 3500X, and it outdoes a 7700K. Even overclock, that's amazing to me.
Yep. And even the 3300?
3200 and the
3200.
Yeah,
and the 3300. Those are a hell of a deal at $100 and
the
less.
i5s in that, from that generation too.
Yep. So good on AMD, man. Keep it.
So
Go
if you have
Team
some
Red.
stimulus money, if you have stimulus money coming to you, man, it's a good time to buy those processors right now.
Actually, this might not be the greatest time because of all the price increases, but you know, it is what it is, right?
For those chips, man, not bad if you're looking to get a high-end gaming PC going with if you want to get a 2080 or even Navi card and not bottleneck and really get into the good price.
I mean for gaming only, you it'll hurt if you're trying to stream or something. But yeah, if you're just doing gaming.
Gamers Nexus talked about streaming on it. You could stream on it.
Sure,
it's possible.
But it's not going to do what a 3700X will do, or you know. But yeah, killer, man. I'm digging.
4 cores, 8 threads at the entry level. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, and that was weird too, because people thought they weren't bringing the 4-core back when they didn't launch a 4-core R3 at the start of the 3000 series. They figured there wasn't going to be, it was just going to be 6 cores and up. But nope, here it comes.
Just make sure to be a deer and eat some grass, okay?
Oh Jesus, man! Don't keep reminding me of that fucking bitch, dude.
Hey man, you gotta do her nose.
That silly bitch.
Rub my head.
Bro, I'm sorry, but you know what? Like, if she's got a fur coat, I should be allowed to have that shit on my floor.
Man,
I'm
got a
telling you,
point.
man. This was the joke when everybody was pretending to be a vampire is, well, if you fuckers are vampires, then vampire hunting should be legal. And I'm taking the same tact here, man. If you're a fucking deer, then I should be able to get a tag, and during deer season, I should be able to get your ass.
I want some motherfucking deer jerky, bro.
Right?
And
Fuck, man.
then when she was getting her head rubbed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some weird
No,
shit.
I do have a question now. Like, how is she during mating season?
Oh Jesus!
Don't you want to think about that?
Do I
because
have
it's
to piss? Do I have to piss all over her, like all over her furniture and stuff, to make sure that she knows that she's spoken for? Like, I mean, I'm just asking, bro.
Hey man, hey man.
Do I have to get down with a rack and shit and fucking
No,
stave
no,
off
bro,
any other
no,
males in the house, bro?
No, digital. You gotta do it this way. Disable voice chat. There's your mating call.
There you go.
Silence, is that what she likes?
You know, we gotta. You know, meanwhile, she.
Do I have to get a deer collar from fucking from like Walmart or something, dude? And be like,
Well, she wanted to do the whole. She wanted to make an esports team, literally with no team chat enabled at all.
I want this to happen.
Yeah, that's what I want to have happen. Yeah. Yep.
Please, I want them to go into the Valorant League or whatever, like competitive game.
Yeah, I
of
don't
their
care.
choice.
Valorant, Overwatch, League, any of them. And you can't communicate at all. Hand signals. I'll allow hand signals.
You're not even allowed to make hand signs.
I feel like-
Oh my.
Put your money where your mouth is, bitch. Like, does you
You're not
care
allowed
about all
to
the
ninja
you care about all the deaf people or whatever who can't use fucking voice chat? All right, so start fucking using
Hand signals.
well, yeah, what the fuck is that? Sign language. Start
or
using sign
baseball
language to
signals?
communicate. Yeah,
Like how the baseball players do it.
there you go.
Man, Twitch done played themselves with this one.
Right. What the fuck would you hire this bitch?
They did it because it's a diversity pick. That's why.
I know
said
it
this
is.
Earlier,
And it's fucking silly, man.
the only person that I like out of all that is Carnage, and that's it.
I'm really worried about that guy, dude. I wonder what made him decide to agree to this shit.
Right. But I say start taking
probably
bets.
What happens when he speaks out when the shit goes south? Is he gonna get removed off of the platform?
He's probably gonna get fired and be like, listen, he was very toxic to our other kin friend here.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I want to see. Let's start taking bets, man. How long he lasts before fucking bunch of people on that panel call for him to be fired
here's my
because he's a
question
toxic
is,
male or whatever it is.
Why is nobody pulling her off to the side? If you're part of the team, right? You would think business wise, right? Why is nobody pulling her off to the side saying, maybe you shouldn't have done that? Maybe you're a Twitch official. Maybe you shouldn't have done that.
They
Not
can't.
the brightest idea.
All she would have to do is just basically say this person went and harassed me in private. Go on Twitter and say it. No evidence is required.
Oh fuck.
Just tweet it all out and then basically get them fired instantly. That's why no one will do it. I know you said like maybe they can do it in a logical way. She's just gonna use it to get rid of you. Anyone who threatens her power is gonna
Well, somebody can just record that conversation. You know that, right?
record. Yeah, but even for recordings, they ignore it and just accept Twitter's reaction.
Well, I don't know. Carnage has a big pool in the community, so I don't think that would stand. If he said something, I don't think it would. I don't think she would stand scorched earth there.
Bigger than him have fallen for lesser bullshit. So
I mean,
I'm wondering at Twitch who was on the white dust. I'm wondering.
Right.
The white dust.
ripping a
Man.
line of coke before saying, "Yeah, man, that deer chick, bruh, she should be on the council."
Yeah, do you see that green screen effect? Oh man, that shit is great.
They're gonna try to fire her, and then she's gonna be like, "I am the council." It's gonna be Revenge of the Sith all over again.
Well, you know what's crazy is like Courage is a very like optimistic dude, and he's a really nice guy. So like, it really worries me what's gonna happen to him.
Oh, he's a nice guy. Oh, he's gonna be
No, he
alive.
is, dude. Courage, like, dude, like he doesn't care if you're an SJW or not, dude. He's gonna give you the benefit of the doubt to do the right thing, and
Yeah, well,
that's
they're-
what I'm worried about with him.
They're gonna eat him alive. So
Yeah,
And that's what
Well,
I'm
he
saying, dude.
came
And he's
out-
like I said, he's a really nice dude. Like, he's not one of those assholes that people are used to seeing. Like, he's actually a really cool dude, and I'm really worried about this.
Well, he said in when the stream asked him about him being part of the council, he literally said, "Yeah, I'm part of it, but I'm really just fighting for the streamer rights." That's all he said. He didn't say anything more than that. He said it's not really a big deal, but then a lot of people said, "Yeah, it's a big deal." To me, it's a big deal.
the problem is, why is this council even needed? What, to tell people they can't stream for more than 12 hours? Fuck off. People can do whatever they want. If someone wants to stream until they die, let them do it. Like,
dude, that's the thing. It's like it's not your job to protect me. Stop it, Twitch. I don't need. I am fully capable of fucking taking care of myself. Thank you. I don't need you to try and do it for me. And that's the thing. If somebody can't take care of themselves, well, then Twitch is not going to be the one that saves them. If somebody fucking kills themselves streaming 24 hours without fucking drinking enough or whatever, like, Twitch, you're not going to be the fucking saving grace that makes the difference in this kid's life. Like, I'm sorry. Even if you save him from kill himself with a stream, he'll do some other dumb shit and fucking die that way.
You're not wrong, dude.
Like, so yeah, just stop this. We don't need you of all the entities. We do not need Twitch trying to be our nanny. I'm sorry, you're not qualified for the job. Get the fuck out of here. But that's the gospel right there.
Well,
preaching the gospel according to
Preaching.
Gangster.
Yes,
yeah, what
sir.
Are they gonna do? What are they gonna do in stream? Oh, you need to drink more water.
A letter from Gangster to Twitch.
You know, it's funny you should say that. They were doing that for a while.
You know what's funny is you know the doctor they hired for that staff. First thing he said on his stream was, "I need to be in a room with this chick so I can give her some therapy sessions."
Right.
She needs
I don't-
more than therapy.
Yeah, I was
Jesus
gonna say,
abandoned her.
I don't think that's gonna do it, bruh. I think you're out of your league here.
They said she needed Jesus. They took her to a church, and even the pastor was like, "Nah, I can't accept this. I'm out of here, guys.
This exorcism's too powerful for me, man."
I can't compel the soul."
Throw some holy water on it, bro. She'll start mating calls.
That man, Blue probably hasn't seen it, but you two might. That scene in fucking Constantine where the bald guy fucking brings in John because he can't fucking handle the demon. It'd totally be this dude. Some nonsense. But, so in other lawsuit news, Ubisoft is selling, is it Apple? I have to check.
Yeah, Apple, Google.
Yeah, Apple, Google.
Doing, not selling.
Because there is a clone of, now I haven't checked out this supposed clone, so I don't know if it's literally an asset flip or if it's just real similar and Ubisoft doesn't like it. But they're claiming that there is a clone of Rainbow Six Siege on the App Store, and you know, Google and Apple are allowing these guys to take their copyright. So, and now, like I said, I haven't checked out this game myself, so I don't know how much of a rip-off it actually is. But, and I'm skeptical about that shit because, I mean, this is the thing. So, well, God, what was the company? I think it was Epic, but there was a company way back in 3,000 years ago. I think it was late 90s where they patented having a 3-dimensional arrow pointing to your objective in a game.
That's retarded.
And so from then on, no other game
back.
company could use 3-dimensional arrows to point to whatever in their game. They had to use either 2-dimensional arrows or a whole. You could use a mini map system or whatever. You just couldn't have the 3-dimensional arrows pointing to the objective. All because these assholes somehow patented that shit as if they were the first people ever to think of a 3-dimensional arrow pointing at something. Like, get the
How do you
fucking
patent a 3-dimensional arrow?
bruh. This is
That's
what
like-
get. This is why I have almost no empathy whatsoever for copyright holders and patent shit and people playing these fucking games. Because the kinds of shit that you can fucking patent or copyright is fucking ludicrous. And yeah, like gaming was set back basically. I mean, it wasn't a huge deal because you could still have other means of doing it. But like, yeah, for 10 years or something before this shit was thrown out or the patent ran out, I can't remember which it was. You couldn't have a 3-dimensional arrow in your fucking game unless you wanted to pay fucking Epic or whoever the fuck it was. So like, I mean, if it is the exact game of Rainbow Six and all the only difference is that the characters are named something different and they have different skins or something, all right, fair enough. But I need to see that first. You got to prove it to me. Because the kinds of shit they're talking about, they're like, oh, any wall can be destroyed or reinforced, and it's like, are you for real, dude? That's your claim? Because destructible shit has been around for forever, and yeah, reinforcing shit, all right, that's a little less common, but it's not like that's never been done in a game before. And it's like, okay, you were the first one to put them together in the same game. All right, big deal, but you didn't invent either of those, and I'm sorry, that's not some unique feature. It's like the iPhone. It's like the only thing that was unique about the iPhone was that it took a bunch of technologies and put them all into one device. Apple didn't invent any of the technology that went into the iPhone. They weren't the first to invent a camera or a phone or a touchscreen device or any of that, an MP3 player, any of that nonsense. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. We'll have to see how that develops. But what do you think, Blue?
It's dumb, and I need more context. Like, I need to know what this game is.
Yeah, I should probably play that game. I dig on mobile games, so I'll have to download it. But fuck off! If you play Grand Order, you fuck. Come at me.
I do. Listen, what do you mean? I do not.
Yeah.
I do not do that.
No, of course not.
Never happened.
No.
Screenshots, it didn't happen.
I think we have I think we have admissions on stream about how much money you've dumped into that game.
Did
So
you spend like thousands?
yeah.
I think it was like 1,500. But yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Oh my god. But he sits here and says, to you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's whenever I do it, it's okay. Whenever anyone else
Yeah.
does it, it's not. See?
Rules for me,
That's how
for
it's supposed
thee,
to-
but not for me.
No, you can't strong arm somebody after the fact. Okay, I want to download this game now.
See what's
I would
up.
like to know what this game even is, though. That's the thing.
Well, apparently it's a clone of Rainbow Six Siege, except on the phone. So there you
What
go.
is it? Area F2? Yeah, I just downloaded it.
Yeah, I think that was.
No,
yeah.
Is there any specific details of what is quote unquote like copyright or carbon?
That was one of the. That was one of the things. Having both destructible and reinforceable walls was.
How does that
was
work?
one of the
exactly?
things.
How does that work? How do you copyright destroying walls?
Dude, this is what I'm saying. Like, and this is why I need more context because okay,
Sorry about that.
if that's just one of the, like, if it's literally all of the same, Jesus, man, gameplay, mechanics and shit, fine, fair enough. They ripped your entire game off. Okay. But if it's literally just that and like one other thing, like drones, it's got that and drones and it's a clone. Like, no, come on. These are not original things. The games have had this shit for years. Yeah, you were the first ones to put it together, fine, fair enough. But you aren't some fucking master of creative shit that came up with some incredibly new and fresh idea for video games. That's just not what happened.
Is it? Do we know if it's an asset flip or not? Like, did they?
That's what I don't know. I haven't
literally
played it.
fucking-
Rev's downloading it right now, so sooner or later he'll be able to tell you. I was gonna download
Yeah,
it too.
I'm on the game now.
This whole thing, my thing would be I just want more details because I can't really go off.
Well,
of
Blue,
anything.
you obviously have a phone that can play games, so download it yourself.
No, I don't want to put that on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm
so
a good Christian boy. I
You'll
would
have
never
to
do
wait then. All right. Are we ready to restart the game?
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Do it.
that.
Bet.
Fuck Ubisoft. That's all I'm
Fuck
gonna say. Allison.
Ubisoft. Yeah. What was the other thing they were? Oh, the other Ubisoft thing. Oh yeah. So speaking of fuck Ubisoft, they just updated their terms of service. It's on their website.
Oh God.
And
Oh, no.
if you are inactive for 6 months or more, they reserve the right to delete your entire account, including all the games you own.
How does that work?
I-
The fuck?
Yeah,
Bruh.
this is a spitting image.
Is
They
it?
just rename
All right,
rename it.
all
But it's
right.
a spitting image. Yeah, you throw a camera, and you look at things. Oh, at the very beginning. Oh shit! And then you can go underneath. It looks like Iron Sight basically, but Rainbow Six Siege edition.
All right, fair enough then. Go ahead, Ubisoft. You have escaped my ire for now.
Yeah, but it looks a lot different though in a lot of aspects though. It
But not
actually
for-
looks fun.
But not for this bullshit though. I'll have to download it before it disappears, right? This terms of service, this is what I've been talking about with eventually somebody's going to need to bring this shit to court and start fucking making some noise about digital property. Because I mean, I'm sorry if you offer games to be bought on that are linked to an account that aren't fucking just a file that you can download that you can run and play on any system, without any DRM or anything
Yeah.
like that. If this shit is linked to an account, then I'm sorry, you now have a responsibility to give people access to that account and those games. I mean, I don't know what the number should be. 100 years, 50, I don't know. But it's got to be something. Because, yeah, it's property, just like anything else.
Like, oh man, how does they even like? I just don't get how that works. So, like, how are they just gonna be like, oh, your account's gone?
Well,
See, the
that's
thing is they can't remove it from your Steam accounts. So if you bought anything on Steam, you're set. They don't
That's
have
true.
the rights to
Again.
go to your Steam account and delete shit.
that's true. Although,
Because I've gone through 2 separate account setups for Rainbow Six, and I've had Rainbow Six since launch.
I don't know how that would like. Do they still have to provide access to it? No, I think so. If they went ahead with this, I think the only thing they could do is they could lock you out of your account, but they'd still have to give you access to the game on Steam.
Yeah, they can't touch your Steam property. That is not their platform.
Right, and certainly you could
And that's
download it.
And that's why I've gone through 2 different type of account setups for the same game that I bought at launch.
Yeah, I don't know how that'll work because I don't know if Steam can especially with a multiplayer game. It's one thing with single player games. Steam could tell Ubisoft, look, even if you delete these guys' accounts, you got to give them some way within, because obviously it's up to Steam to let them download it. But, if it has a DRM that requires you to log in, it's like, okay, you're going to have to modify that for any of these people so that they can just play it offline. But I don't know how that can't be the way that works with a multiplayer game, because obviously even with Steam, you can just delete support for a multiplayer game and stop supporting it that way. Which, for like Rainbow Six Siege, what good would it do you to be able to download the game if there was no server to log in with and play it with? Although I guess you could do private servers and shit. But again, that's all non-Steam type stuff. But certainly for single player games, yeah, Steam would, and they would. That's one of the reasons I like Steam, is they have very specific paragraphs in their TOS when it comes to the, not the end user, but the distributor, where you have a responsibility to ensure that people always have access to your game if it's a single player game. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how this unfolds. I think there is a lot. Or no, yeah. This was just the TOS update. But like I said, somebody needs to take this shit to court and bring it up as high as it needs to go. And it'll be a matter of time. It'll probably be a class action type thing where maybe it'll be Ubisoft, right? They do a bit, say they do a big purge in 6 months, and they get rid of like 20,000 people's accounts. I could easily see that being the catalyst where those 20,000 people all, get a lawyer and say, no, this is bullshit. You can't do this, Ubisoft.
That's
But
what needs to happen, bro.
they-
Like Ubisoft needs to be fucking.
well, they
taken
all
down
do.
If you pay.
It's the same thing as right to repair, right? They all needed a comeuppance. It's not like only Xbox was the one that was voiding people's warranties if they fucking changed their battery in their controller, or not Xbox, but PS3 and 4 for that. But same thing. Change your hard drive or whatever it is. Or replacing the thermal paste on your Xbox One, or not One, S, whatever the fuck, the Red Ringer. 360.
60?
Yeah. Fuck, dude, I can't keep all this shit straight in my head. It's console crap. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I mean, whatever it is, right? Like, they all needed a lesson in that, and that's the thing. It only takes one company losing, because that sets the precedent. And so when Xbox and Hyundai, I think, were the two that were named in the lawsuit, got rolled, it's not like Sony's gonna honor those warranty void if removed stickers anymore. They can't. They know that they'll lose in court. That's kind of the whole point of a precedent. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
So yeah, the same thing needs to happen here, where one company, whichever company it is, just needs to get rickrolled on this shit. Where the other companies say, "Oh well, shit. All right, we can't just fucking be deleting people's accounts and nonsense like that."
No, it's like I don't understand when it became okay to do all this, dude.
Because
Like,
nobody is challenging it. It's the same thing with the warranty thing. I mean, that shit's been going on for forever with cars. And it just takes somebody who's got enough money or enough people in a class action to where they can take it through the court system and get it rectified. But it's like one person. This is the thing. You're a tinkerer, and something silly goes wrong on your car or your fucking Xbox or whatever it is, and you repair it, replace it, whatever. And then something serious happens, you go for the warranty, and they say, no, sorry, you open this thing up, we can't warranty it. It's like, what the fuck are you going to do? You're not going to hire a lawyer for $100,000, or more. It'd probably be more like a million or a $500,000 to take it through the court system to enough to where you get a ruling. I mean, the case times or lengths for that kind of stuff is ludicrous, man. Those cases go on for years. So, oh fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll have to go to the Supreme Court, which will probably be at least 2 or 3 decades from now.
Hey man, that's why I took my Xbox apart. That right to repair, man. It's glorious.
I mean, I just took my Vita. Oh no, I didn't take my Vita apart yet. But
And it was worth taking it apart.
or like the big thing, like the shit that pisses me off is the stuff like what happened with the PS2s, the original fatties, which ironically mine didn't. I had like the only fat PS2 that lasted for forever and didn't get this bug, but they had the sector gear bug where the
fucking camper, dude. God damn it.
the laser alignment for the drive would get a little misaligned, and all you had to do was pop open the top, adjust that gear a tiny bit, and then you were good to go. But technically doing that, you had to open it up enough to where it voided the warranty, and then all these people with PS2s who could easily do that fix themselves lost their warranty because Sony fucked up. And it's like, that shit shouldn't be happening, man. Like, I mean, that's the thing. It's a balance, right? Because you don't just get to open your shit up, rip everything apart, like do physical damage to something, and then go try and get warranty on it. I get that. But there's got to be a balance, man. There's got to be... there's got to be a give and take between the consumer and the manufacturer, because plenty of people can do... I mean, jeez, do you know how many repairs like that I've done to refrigerators, TVs, computer shit? I can fucking solder. I can do, 90% of the shit you need to do to fucking to do minor and even medium repairs to electronics and shit like that. You know, what are you gonna do, right? Hope that
Fucking Nvidia.
hope that Ubisoft fucks up enough that they get enough people pissed off that they can do a class action. That's what I would hope. Ooh.
I don't see that happening.
Well, like I said, maybe it depends. Like, 6 months from now, they do a huge purge, and a whole bunch of people who just hadn't played Rainbow Six or whatever one Ubisoft game they owned for 6 or 7 months, and they all get fucking purged, and now there's 150,000 people without Ubisoft accounts anymore. You know, it's like shit, man. I haven't touched. God, it's one of the only 2 Ubisoft games I own. Far Cry 5. I haven't touched Far Cry 5 in probably 6 months. If they deleted my account, I'd be pissed. Because I actually like that game, and I do plan on fucking finishing it.
I mean, I guess, but like, how much did you pay for Far Cry 5?
Not much, but it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if it was $1.
I mean, fair enough, yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a principle to those kind of things. Like, yeah, I wouldn't be out that much, and I certainly wouldn't care all that much, and I wouldn't be buying it again. That's for damn sure. But you know, I'm not everybody though. It's like I might have only spent $1, but how about all those people that spent 60 or that own like 5 Ubisoft games and spent 40 to 60 on every one of them? You know,
I think I only own Division 2 on my Uplay. That I actually bought on Uplay. I think it's only Division 2.
I think mine
God
is.
knows how long.
My 2 are Division 2, which I'm never gonna play again, and Far Cry 5, which I actually do want to play again. So, you know, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I sleep on a lot of games, right? Like, I'll buy a bunch of them. I'll sleep on a lot of them because, like, just I'm not feeling it at the moment.
Yeah, I do that all the time
like,
too.
If I want to go back and play that shit, dude. I better have that fucking option, bro.
Yeah, it better be there.
Just because
I
it's their
can't.
platform, just you can rob people of all the product they fucking bought from them.
Yeah, it's because dude, I'm just the same way. There are so many games that I've put down for a year.
And also, it kind of depends when it comes to games like that. Like, it wants to be this big RPG, but for me, I can't really get into like an RPG, Diablo-like RPG, but in a real world setting with real world stuff and guns and all that stuff.
Oh,
I don't know. To me, it just breaks my. Like, if I, for example, in a game, it breaks my immersion if I'm having a bullet sponge, a normal guy who's running at me with an axe, versus, like, I don't know, like some giant, like, tiger or some shit like that, or some stupid alien from a game. You know what I mean? Like the guy with the axe breaks my immersion if he like takes like 20 or 30 bullets to kill, and that's why I can't get into Division, because it's just not that interesting, at least to me, anyways.
I just don't like third-person shooters.
Or even just talking about Tom Clancy, I just don't find Tom Clancy's shit really interesting at all to begin with.
I've never. Yeah, I
left party.
I did. I crashed. My internet crashed there for a good 2 seconds.
There's an update for Call of Duty right now.
I know, 27 gigs. I'm downloading it right now. Motherfuckers.
Bro, why do they have to do that in the middle of gaming, dude? Like, I fucking hate that more than anything, bro.
That's like get fucked moment.
No problems.
But yeah. So
Quick game.
You know what's crazy, dude? Is when EA tried this back when they first launched Origin, when it was in its beta, they had made a thing in their post saying that we will reserve the right to remove any game as we deem fit.
Fuck you, yeah.
The fucking backlash was amazing.
Yep.
People were roasting them. They were losing millions over it.
Yep, I remember that.
Where the fuck's the same outrage with Ubisoft, dude? Like,
because Ubisoft's not as hated, because everyone's like, "Oh, I liked Assassin's Creed."
Well, not just that. This isn't exactly the same thing, right? I mean,
no. And also, it's kind of a meme just to shit on EA at this point, even though they deserve it in some cases. It's kind of a meme just to shit on them.
EA is the big offender in this kind of stuff, so you know people are more sensitive to when it happens with EA. As far as, I mean, I haven't really heard about a whole lot of shit like this from Ubisoft, so, you know.
Rainbow Six at launch. We need to talk about that.
What happened with Rainbow Six at launch? Damn it, there we go. Now, will OBS reconnect, or will I have to nope, it's good, okay. Man, that's some bullshit. Can you guys hear me? Yo! Can you
Wait,
bitches hear me?
Yes.
did the stream die?
Nope. Still, well, it did for a second, but it reconnected, so we're good. And fucking Comcast. I'm telling you, I'm this fucking close.
You still here, Brimstone?
Yeah,
Just do it.
Blink
Oh,
for
he
me.
says his shit crashed on him.
Motherfucker, man. Everybody's having problems tonight.
I'm golden, guys. I'm good. I'm good.
This guy.
I'm good. He'll be back.
Yeah, you'll have problems eventually, bitch.
I already did.
Oh, what?
I had your internet problems.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, yours got fixed, though. Mine haven't.
But I got explained it was the infrastructure and they weren't ready for what was happening.
That's what they said, too, but I don't buy that, because this shit was fine during the start of all this.
I can believe it because in my area, it's okay. So in my area, it's mostly old technology and shit. Like DSL is still a thing in my area, and I don't even understand.
Mine
We're in
too.
2020. In 2020, we still have DSL. Are you
Here's
kidding?
the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? I would totally buy it if my shit worked perfectly in the middle of the night, because that's when nobody's using
Right.
the fucking internet. But it doesn't. It just crapped out twice for several seconds, and not just like where it was, where I'd lose a whole bunch of bitrate on
Frames.
Discord and frames, you know, but it wouldn't disconnect. It would stay connected, but my bitrate would drop to like 600 for 3 or 4 seconds, and I'd lose like 1,000 frames. That's fine. This shit was actually 2 hard disconnects to the point where my computer actually showed no internet access for a good 5 seconds or 10 seconds before it then popped back up. And that's some shit, man. But
How far are you away from Modesto?
like I think it's 45 minutes.
Yeah, because my aunt has Comcast. She's complaining of the same shit.
Yeah.
So you're not the only one, because I hear it daily on the Comcast side of things.
But then why is it still happen at night then? That's what I don't get.
That's what my aunt's trying to figure out, because she tries to streaming TV and it just is horrible.
And that's the thing.
Be right back.
Download?
I gotta pee real quick.
Go for it. Download has been perfectly fine. Like I've never seen under like 90 KB or MB, the bits, megabits per second download.
Welcome back, Digital.
And I technically get, I'm guaranteed anything above 75, and my normal in the middle of the night is like 180. So download's been fine, and I can play games with my girl watching Netflix, and it's no big deal. It's only when I try and stream.
The stream will have the articles down below. I have them. I'll throw them down there. Comment section after the fact, so you guys can read on after the fact.
But
the Culling's coming back.
Yeah, and oh man, with the worst monetization concept I think I've ever fucking heard of. Like, have you guys heard about this shit?
No.
Okay, so the Culling was a not very popular game. I believe it's a lot like is it Dead by Daylight? And
no. I played it. It's a survival game. It's more of you get your weapons, and it's a battle royale in a way. And you get.
But it's real small scale, right? It's not a lot of people. It's more like not the hunt, the forest.
A lot of people. No, it's
well, but like that kind of style, right? It's a survival battle royale, not just like a
Yes and no. It's more of you can go pick weapons. It's like a battle royale. Technically, you build your character up. You can earn weapons. I wouldn't call it a survival. It's more of you pick up weapons and go. It was very popular for the first like 2 months it was out. The first gen of it.
Yeah.
And then it died off, and then it was like really hard to find matches.
And then they tried to bring it back with a free-to-play version, which didn't really work. And now they are again charging for the game. And once you buy the game, and by the way, anybody who owned the game before no longer owns it. They all have to rebuy, I believe, except maybe for the people who bought it the first time around. No, at the very least, none of the people who owned it free to play are getting it. And what you get when you buy it is you get 1 game a day guaranteed. If you lose,
Jesus.
you don't get to play anymore for that day unless you pay for extra tokens. So if you win, you get another token, and then you can
So it's
play
like being
again.
in the arcade. It's like being in the arcade all over again.
Yes. Yes.
That's stupid.
You get 1 free token a day, and if you win, then well, you get to keep playing at the fucking Street Fighter machine. But if you lose, you got to keep flipping tokens into that bitch, and that's after you buy the game. And man, whew, Culling or whoever, whatever the fucking company is that let's see, I have the article up, I think. No, I don't. Yeah,
I'll
but
look at
whoever makes the Culling, man, you guys are just all kinds of stupid.
X-Variant? I'm
X-Variant?
butchering the
Alright.
name. Yeah, X-Variant is the developer, X-Variant is the publisher. They're the ones that repicked it up.
Well, X-Variant, you guys are all kinds of fucking stupid. I wanted to say another word there, but I can't because YouTube's a bitch. But yeah, all kinds of silly stupid. And
now they're renaming it and calling the Culling 2.
uh,
And it's returning to Xbox, PS4, and PC. And I liked the game. I loved it when it first came out, and I loved what it had to offer. But now with this, probably not.
yeah, I'd never play it
Oh,
like this. Maybe 20
No.
tokens. You know, I could see, or 10 even. I could see 10 tokens a day. You start off with 10 free tokens, you get 10 free matches, and because the way they've structured the game, it is a high stakes battle royale.
That's even more shittier.
I don't know. It's like
honestly.
I'd be willing to forgive it because there's other games that have tried to do this shit in the past where it's super high stakes, you know. But man, that smacks to me of being greedy as fuck. When it's 1 token, and if you lose, you got to keep paying for more tokens. Like,
yeah, but the whole reason why this game got ditched was because they had poor security, they had poor optimization,
Mhm.
servers were shit. The game was a buggy mess, and when the community tried to give them feedback, they ignored it. Like, they don't understand why their game failed, and they refuse to see themselves as the fault at it. And this is just a cop out, like a fucking huge ass cop out as a cash grab, and I'll never support it. So
yep.
That's when I first got it. I got it for free because it was gifted to me. You got 1 copy, and then you were able to gift it to somebody else.
Yep.
And I love the idea of what it had to offer. But when you dived into it, you got dropped in from a plane, and then or whatever, and you had to go back to your little whatever hut to get all your shit. The game fizzled out because it was right when Battle Royale first started. In infancy, when it started.
Couldn't compete with PUBG.
No, it didn't hold a candle where it needed to be honest.
It happens, man. You know, it's unfortunate. Like this thing, of
Hey,
all
man,
the battle royales,
I
PUBG.
I hope with Paragon, I really hope the retelling of that game, I hope they don't fuck that up.
Right?
'Cause that was a really good game.
Dude, Paragon looks so fucking good. God.
It
Paragon's
took all my
fun.
it took my favorite games and kind of brought it, to, mainstream much better than it did before. Like, I like Smite to a certain extent. It brought a little bit of that. It brought a little bit of the playing cards. It had a
Yeah.
little bit of everything.
Yeah.
playing card idea was actually really good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. The one thing I loved about Paragon was it had a lot of verticality in the maps.
Right.
So it took a lot of skill to
Right.
fucking play the game. And
Situational
when you
awareness
come-
and shit like that.
yeah, when you're like me and you come from a game like Smite or Dota or League, like it was
Two-dimensional.
alien. It was a completely alien situation.
Right.
But I liked that though.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that drove me to that game. Was I played it on my PS4 when I played it. I played it on the PC. They had cross-platform.
Yep.
It was a fantastic game, and the community loved it.
Dude,
They just
and
didn't
I did-
spend any more money on it.
I didn't even get to play it but for a couple matches either because I got the beta pretty late. And like I got the beta, I downloaded it and it was like, all right, but then like something else caught my interest and it was a pretty popular game that was really good. And then for the next couple months I didn't touch it, and then a couple months later it's, oh yeah, we're dropping support for this game, we're releasing the assets for free. And it's just like, you cocksuckers.
Well, I could tell you why that was. They felt Fortnite was more of a moneymaker
Yeah.
than Paragon, which was stupid.
Yep. Diversify, man. I mean, I get it. Like when you got a cash cow like Fortnite, like you want to capitalize on it for sure. But Jesus, man, like, is Fortnite all you guys want to be known for? I mean, you guys used to make. Oh my God, bro! Unreal Tournament. Like, what were some of the others? God, man, I can't even fucking
Gears
remember.
of War when they
Gears,
first
yeah,
came
Gears
out
of War when
was
they first
good.
came out. There was a couple more like PC, either PC only or real heavily PC shit that like, cause they were involved in the beginning, man. The very fucking like Unreal was a fucking mind blowing thing, because that was Quake days, man. Best we had was Quake, and then Unreal comes out, and fuck, that took the Quake. I don't want to say engine because it wasn't really, but the smoothness of the Quake engine, and all that, and put it into a narrative-driven shooter that looked amazing, played fucking amazing.
Deus Ex was one of them.
Yeah, Deus Ex. And then Unreal Tournament, man, fuck that. Quake died when Unreal Tournament came out. That was just kind of all there was to it, because Unreal
XCOM was
Tournament
another one.
was
Unreal
so much more
Tournament,
varied.
Unreal, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, that was another good one.
It's like your success
Bioshock
with
2 was another good one.
your
Jesus,
success
they
with
made a lot of
Fortnite
games.
should be fueling you to come up with a whole bunch of other Fortnites. Like, you can do it. I know you can. I've seen you guys. I mean, obviously, the same people are probably not there that were in the beginning, but still, it's like you guys can do good work. Like Paragon was proof of that. It was a good game. It played well. It fucking looked great. It had interesting concepts. Yeah, it might not have been the next Fortnite, but shit, man, it could have blown League of Legends out of the water, maybe. It could have
Well, I
gotten up
didn't
there
even
with Dota.
know. I didn't even know King.
Fuck you,
Oh,
Comcast. God, dude, I'm gonna murder somebody. I swear to God. All right, back up. But my update's still not done for Call of Duty, so fuck you, Comcast.
Is the stream up?
It is now. I don't know, man.
I guess
Well.
just buy better internet, forehead. Like, we keep telling you this.
I'm considering it, dude. It's just be such a pain in the ass, man.
bro, like this is so jarring.
Brim has never seen greatness. Like, imagine if he got 240 hertz monitor instead of like a 140. I feel like his brain would explode at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. But all right,
You need better internet. That's what we're saying.
fucking you come deal with the hassle, dude.
I don't want to do that.
I don't either. That's why I haven't done it yet.
I believe you pay people to handle that shit.
Well,
I mean, that's why you pay for a service that they don't like to deliver on. After all,
Yeah, exactly. See,
like I said, I'm gonna try and replace that outside cable and see if that fucking does anything. And if not, I don't know. We'll see. Well, that's the thing, because I could switch to consolidated, and they could have some of the same problems because of the Corona shit. That's the thing. I don't know if it's Corona related or not. I have a lot of doubts because it
Can't tell you
happens.
Corona.
It happens in the middle of the fucking night. Like, who the fuck's using internet right now, you assholes?
you okay, Rev? You're so still. It looks like your fucking screen is frozen, dude.
Oh no, I'm watching a video at the moment. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, bro. Like you were so still, dude. I was like, did his shit freeze? Like, you didn't even blink for like a good
No.
minute, dude. I was like, Jesus.
No, but his eye did move, so I was like, oh, no, there it is.
Are we still live?
Yeah,
Or
we're
did
back
you-
live.
Okay. Oh, okay.
As long as it
So,
lasts.
Comcast fix your shit. Noted.
Well, like I said, I wish he had just changed that cable when the Comcast guy came out, but I don't know. Maybe I was expecting too much. But I can do it
Expecting
myself.
quality?
That's the thing.
Well,
It'll be real easy if my dad still has, because he used to do networking with coax way 3,000 years ago when I was there. we had a nasty coax system in my house for me, my dad, and my brother's computers, which sucked because every time I wanted to take it to my friend's house for a LAN game, it fucks the whole goddamn internet up because coax can't be connected and disconnected like RJ45, what cat cable can when you're doing Ethernet with cat cable. So it was a huge pain in the ass. But he had a big spool of coax and the strippers and crimpers and all the ends and shit. And if he still has that stuff, then that'll be easy because I can just do it without buying anything. But if he doesn't have that shit anymore, then I'm gonna have to fucking buy because I've never done coax before. So I have the crimper and all that and ends and shit and a big ass spool of cable for
dude,
Ethernet.
I did it, bro. It is not that hard.
No, I
It is
know.
not that
I
hard,
just saying
buddy.
I don't have any of the equipment. Like I don't own the strippers because I've never had to strip or the crimpers either.
You should be able to buy them at Lowe's or Walmart. For
That's
pretty
the thing.
cheap.
But it's gonna be fucking $60 worth of shit. You know, I found some stuff on Amazon. It's like $38, and it's like, man, that's just it's like, fuck. I don't want to have to buy all
you can
that.
call the company and just have them come out and
No, dude, I don't want to deal with that. They're such bitches about that kind of shit. That's the one thing about Comcast. Their customer service is fucking terrible. I hate their customer service. They're douchebags. They don't give a shit. The cable guys they send over, they barely know what the fuck they're talking about. It's like I know more about networking than they do. They might just know more about the specific Comcast system than I do. Duty. We'll just have our fucking video up right now. And let's see if that makes my internet a little nicer to me. Cause fuck you, Comcast. Just saying.
I don't know. I think Comcast is garbage. Yeah.
Well,
so
like
that's
I
one
was
thing.
saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by this. I keep talking shit, and my internet keeps getting worse. Like, all right, well played, sirs. Well played.
Comcast trying to get that shit.
Yeah, but as he replaced like all the ends, he tested the cables all the way up to from my box to the pole, and the ingress and all that was fine. So it should not be a problem with any of the Comcast stuff all the way up to that box. But that's the thing, he didn't test the cable going from that box to my router. So we'll see. If that fixes it, then cool. If it gets me well enough, then I'm cool. If not, well, then I'm gonna start. Depending on how bad it gets, I'm gonna start considering. Consolidated, because they have over 100 Mbps at my house now, and their prices are pretty fucking reasonable. It'll just be a pain in the ass to switch over, but. It is what it
Fun.
is. Yeah, that's.
So what's with this EA Stazi thing? Did you guys already talk
Oh,
about that?
all right, yeah. Like I gotta pull up the thing for that because that thing's fucking complicated.
I don't really know much about this, so I guess Pete's more knowledgeable in this one.
You know, I'm actually not because I haven't read the whole thing. Okay, I'm just gonna read what this guy wrote about it because he's got a pretty good breakdown. This whole mess started in April of this year when Martin Lober, EA's youth protection officer, God, dude, this shit sounds like fucking Hitler Youth, man. This shit literally, EA's a gaming company's youth protection officer. It's like, how about you not think about how to protect kids, EA? Please, this is not your job. This is just as stupid as Twitch protecting its streamers. I don't want you even thinking about that. Just make your product and we'll fucking figure out how to protect them. Parents will and some won't, and that's unfortunate. But there's nothing you can do about that because lowering the bar to meet the needs of the lowest common fucking denominator of dumbass people is not how you do shit. Like, I'm sorry, the fucking warnings on the side of a fucking iron that say "Do not iron clothes while wearing them." It's like, I'm sorry, you shouldn't be able to sue for that. That's just fucking Darwin. And this is the same shit. But Martin Lober, EA's youth protection officer and public relations director, responsible for strategic corporate communications, political communications, and corporate social responsibility. God, I don't even like that. In German-speaking areas of the world. Oh yeah, by the way, this is out of EA Germany.
Of course. It's always fucking Germany.
Ironically enough, like you couldn't make this dude. This is what I mean when I say that there is a ludicrous limit to the fucking universe, and one of these assholes is gonna fucking trip it because like you can't make this shit up, dude. How do you, World War I, World War II, and now a German dude in a German part of a country, their youth protection officer is a all right. Decided to make a post on the official EA blog for gaming culture promoting 2 initiatives designed to combat bigotry and right-wing extremism in gaming and online communities. There were just 2 little problems with that. The first initiative, Good Gaming, Well Played Democracy, is a project that was started by the
I'm sorry, this entire thing just seems like one big joke.
Right? You couldn't write this into Star Wars, bro. This. Alright. Project started by the Amadeu Antonio Foundation, the latter being what several of my German online acquaintances have charitably described as a far left-wing think tank that not only receives funding from the German government, but is also headed by Annette Kahane, a notorious German journalist, author, and activist who used to be an informant for the Stazi.
Jesus Christ.
Right?
Can I say at least I didn't predict this?
Bruh.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is former Hitler youth are gonna join now.
The youth protection officer for EA Germany has teamed up with a former commie rat. Okay, alright. No. Used to be an informant for the Stazi, the Soviet-era East German secret police that kidnapped people in the middle of the night and sent them to the Gulag. This is made even worse by the fact that even they appeared to find her morally repugnant, noting that she freely snitched on friends and fellow students while being a massive pain in the ass. Well, of course, she used to rat on people to the commies. What makes you think she's not going to do that in your company? Why do these people get hired, bro? Why? I don't fucking understand it, man. The second initiative... Keinen Pixel de Faschisten. No pixels for fascists.
Jesus fuck, dude.
I feel like Pete's gonna cry of laughter.
I'm gonna lose it, bro. I'm gonna lose it. No pixels for fascists, dude. Like, that should have been the line in Mass Effect Andromeda, bro. That would have been meta as fuck, dude. Was founded in January 2020 by Pascal Wagner, an anti-Gamergate ludolinguist, who conducts linguistic research on video games, works as a video game translator, contributes to multiple German gaming websites, and appears to have Marxist leanings. Yeah, go fucking figure. And Aurelia Brandenburg, an SJW blogger being on an MA in medieval history and digital humanities, who, according to one source, has been working on becoming the German equivalent of Anita Sarkeesian for years. Of course. Their stated goal is to turn the gaming community into a place where everyone can feel comfortable and where nobody is excluded by telling everyone who disagrees with them to piss off. No, really, that's literally what the mission statement on their homepage says. Things got off to a great start when German right-wing member of parliament Fabian, Jacobi, commented in Lorber's Twitter thread advertising the blog post about how fascistnating it was that the No Pixels for Fascist Twitter account had preemptively blocked him, and have rapidly gone downhill from there, with each new press release further highlighting their authoritarian streak, insanity, and blatant attempts at a power grab. TLDR version. The German branch of the EA is enforcing initiatives by German hipsters, SJWs, Marxists, and left-wing extremists who are collectively doing their darndest to kick off Gamergate 2.0 by trying to turn the entire internet into an extension of Reset Era and are being funded, in part, by the German government in their efforts to do so. So, yeah. So EA is just went #1 on my shit list.
They're first. I mean, it's kind of crazy because first they're not making Titanfall 3, and now this happens. Like, come on, EA. Like, I thought Titanfall 3 is already bad enough, but this is just drawing the lines at this point.
I don't think those two things are on the same scale there, buddy. But you know, hey, I mean, I'm
I'm
mad
all for
about
it.
it too.
Yeah.
So you know,
It's like we're not getting Titanfall 3, and they have little Soviets working at EA. I'm done now.
get it right. Partnering up with the EA Youth Protection Officer on their program, no pixels for fascists. I can't, dude. I can't. One of these dumbasses is gonna say one more stupid thing, and the whole universe is gonna wink the fuck out of existence because it just can't handle this level of absurdity. Sorry, can't.
So you gonna continue, or is that it?
That's basically it. That's the heart of the controversy, I could say. Although I've not. That's the thing. I've barely heard about this. I've not heard anybody talking about it on YouTube or I'm pretty sure I haven't seen any YouTube posts about it. I'm gonna check. Or my Facebook groups. Nobody's mentioned it in any of my Facebook groups. There might have been one person who mentioned it or did a video about it.
It's probably because it's Germany and no one wants to deal with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Point is, EA and Germany, they both suck.
Let's see. Do.
Loving it.
ADL.
EA's fucking up. Epic's fucking up.
Ubisoft is fucking up.
Ubisoft is fucking up.
Bethesda's fucking up.
How's
Okay,
Epic,
Steam.
how's Epic messing up?
Doom.
Steam. This is your time to shine.
Epic is
Hold
part of
my
Doom?
beer.
Yeah, the de novo anti-cheat on Doom.
That's
No.
Epic, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not Epic. It's Bethesda.
I thought you said it was. No, I mean.
No,
Oh, okay.
Doom
Well,
is
maybe
Bethesda.
Epic's not fucking up. Never mind. Bethesda. Sorry.
No, Epic is fucking up. But then I said Bethesda as well. So
I
we
was
got
so confused.
yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, we got lots of fuck ups lately, and I'm just waiting for Blizzard to announce some new dumb shit. Like where are you at?
I'm waiting for Steam. I'm waiting for Steam to be like, oh, nobody can fuck up as bad as these guys. Watch me.
Well, no, it's Steam should get over their aversion to threes because now is the perfect time because all the rest of your competition is screwing the fuck up. So get on that shit, Valve and Steam. But
Just makes Team Fortress
no.
3 and everyone just goes on mad.
Where's
be-
Blizzard, man? Your comrades are outdistancing you. You need to step up your game, man. You got rookie numbers right now. Like, come on, man. You gotta have some dumb shit up your sleeve.
I think Blizzard's trying to avoid all controversy right now because they
No,
were
no.
soaked of it for many months at this point.
I just heard not a rumor, but an announcement that Diablo 2 Remastered is coming, and they could certainly fuck that up royally. So maybe in a couple of months,
Yeah.
Blizzard
Diablo 2
will be. That's the thing. They're not prepared yet. Okay, they're not prepared. The game, they haven't finished fucking the game up yet. But maybe in a couple months or 6 to 8 months, they'll be able to say, "Hold my beer," and show these motherfuckers what a real fuck up does.
I'm just waiting for Blizzard to improve Overwatch's multiplayer and toxicity levels. We hired a former Nazi to help us out. I'm just waiting for Blizzard to do that next.
Yeah, somebody figures out they're funded by George Soros.
Oh no, that's a plot twist and a half. If I ever saw one.
10 cent buys them out.
It's expected, though. It's expected. It's expected.
Oh, that is something too. 10 cent, and yeah, it totally looks like my internet's working a lot better now. But 10 cent is going to be starting I don't know if it's a new company or if it's a offshoot or whatever, but a corporate entity in the United States for gaming,
That's lovely. How's that legal?
right?
No, no.
Oh, it's man, I don't know. See, this is the thing. It's like, how do you say Chinese? How can you say a company in China can't create a company entity here? Just
Yeah,
like
but
we
that
can
just
do it
sounds
to
like a bad
them.
idea.
Well, that's the thing.
'Cause
It's like, but how do you keep? Because every corporate entity in China is beholden to the Chinese government, and so does that include an American? I mean, obviously, to the
Does
Chinese
that mean we
company, it
could raid
does.
their? Does that mean we could fucking raid their offices like they do ours?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I say yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like when an American company goes over there, at least you can be a lot more sure that the American company is going to follow our rules here and not the Chinese government's because they're legally bound by our rules. But an offshoot of a Chinese company, they may not, the higher ups in the main company might not give a shit if that company goes down according to our laws. So they'll just tell them, yeah, no, you're going to follow Chinese laws. You're going to give us everything we want. And if you get caught, well, then some of you are going to do some jail time in a minimum security prison or something. But I don't know. I certainly will not be partaking in anything I possibly can that is related to this fucking disease, this cancer on video games that is Tencent.
Well, the thing is I mean, say what you will about Tencent, but like, they've given surprisingly a lot more shits about community feedback than even our own people here, dude.
It's unfortunate, man.
I hate to say it, but it's true.
Right? No,
like,
yeah, got to give the devil his due, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I mean, at least they're willing to listen to community feedback and they actually respond. But you go to an American company and our guys here are like, fuck off. It's like,
You are not
okay.
wrong, sir. Not wrong.
So the solution is just have Tencent win, I guess.
Well, no, that's hopefully like I have less hopes lately of CD Projekt Red because they have formed safety councils or diversity offices or whatever the fuck. I know they've opened up a few things like that, and that just breaks my heart. But so far, CD Projekt Red has done the right thing with not including DRM with their games and selling them for pretty fair prices and shit like that, and listening to the community and doing gaming right. So if they can, they're up and coming, and if Cyberpunk is, the next big thing, and they get super big because of it, well, then we'll finally, hopefully, have a competitor that is not pulling this kind of nonsense that kind of forces the other companies to get in shape. Just like how AMD is going to force Intel to start doing some real work on their shit. So will if CD Projekt Red or some other company can get up there and start really competing with them, they could do the same thing. So I got high hopes for you, CD Projekt. You got this.
I'm actually really looking forward to Cyberpunk. Like,
I just want the
I'm
game to be
actually
good.
looking forward.
That's my
yeah.
only demand.
Can't wait to get that on Xbox Series X though.
Yeah, boy, that'll look great on that.
I just
Yeah,
hope the game
boy.
supports ultra wide. That's all I want.
No,
That,
dude,
and also
come
the
on,
game
it
to be
will.
good.
Dude, there hasn't been a game released for fucking 5 years that hasn't supported ultra wide. It's just hard to
Fair
do with the
enough.
older shit.
Monster Hunter was one of them that didn't.
Yeah, because fucking Capcom, man.
Monster Hunter was a bad port, though.
Also, Devil May Cry 5.
Nier didn't either.
Ultra wide.
Nier didn't technically support it either. You had to do some funky shit to get it to do things like ultra wide and a few other like above 60 hertz and shit like that. But I mean, for the most part,
Devil May Cry in 4K, which I mean, that's not that much of a bad thing, I guess. But I prefer ultra wide or my 4K monitor. So,
but we'll see. I mean, certainly now with the way things are going with the new consoles and shit, it's like why not support? You're already doing FreeSync and shit. Ultra wide isn't any real big
Hey,
deal. It's just, all
You
it's
guys,
really.
anybody notice how Pete hasn't crashed yet?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's almost like it's telling you don't play Call of Duty.
I am downloading again, so we'll see if that fucks anything up.
$20 he crashes.
Right? Hey man, it might. I don't care. This should have been a no fucks given stream because that's where I'm at right now.
Is there anything else, or is it?
Oh, there's a couple other things, but I can't remember.
Frame Rev?
Oh, Dying Light, man. Yeah. So Dying Light put out a tweet. Zombie lives matter. Can't be easy being dead and alive at the same time. Support your local zombies in May Zombie Awareness Month with a picture of a bunch of zombies with Zombie Lives Matter on it. It was funny.
I wonder how many SJWs jumped on that shit. It was like, we
bro,
should be inclusive.
They deleted it, which I'm mad
What?
about.
I was just kidding.
Yep. They deleted it, and I think I can't remember because there was another one that also. What's that samurai fighting game? The sword fight.
Samurai Showdown.
Yes. My brother loves that one.
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah, and the I mean, it wasn't even all that edgy, but the Twitter manager or whoever the social media manager for Samurai Showdown tweeted a joke similar to this with it was basically just a picture of a character's ass. It was one of their characters turned around with their ass cheeks hanging out, with a little joke. And the same thing happened. People bitched, and the company took it down and said that we lost Rev.
They crashed.
They were punishing the offending employee, which, man, fuck, kowtow into this shit is because now there's blood in the water. Both of you assholes. Dying Light, who makes Dying Light? Can't remember.
Deep Silver, last time I checked.
So yeah, Deep Silver, and I cannot remember the one for Samurai Showdown either.
Still waiting for Dying Light 2 to come out. So.
But yeah, this ain't gonna work out because now the next time something even more minor happens, they're gonna be yelling even louder, and you'll have already fucking kowtowed to them once. Like, you're not gonna stand up to them now.
His internet went down.
Man, fucking.
Guess since have Pete, they attacked Rev, the internet gods.
I stopped talking shit about Comcast. Fucking homeboy started, and now his internet's got that going down. I'm not saying that they're related, but that is one hell of a coincidence.
They're putting chemicals in the Ethernet router to turn the internet gay.
I was gonna say something along those lines, Lou. God damn it!
It's the 5G takeover, man. They're gonna force it on everybody.
Oh no! I swear to God, though, I'm just saying this right now. If anyone believes a 5G conspiracy, they deserve just to be smacked. I don't think Jesus can save you.
See, here's the problem with shit like that. There is something to be worried about, right? Because you never know with the kind of things we're doing with energy waves.
Yeah, but people are talking about
I know.
The towers are going to become alive.
Killer attack bees that you can use 5G to sick on people, and fucking 5G activating, sending out a signal that activates the coronavirus and makes you die. Like, I get it, bro. I've heard all the fucking nonsense. But that's the unfortunate part, is these fucking assholes come out with their 10. This is like, I'll go. You want to go conspiracy? I'll go be right there with you, bro. I will go down the rabbit hole. I will put my tinfoil hat on, and if it makes sense, then I'm down. But come on, guys. This is some. Even I have trouble with this shit. So. Yeah.
5G conspiracy is so dumb because I heard a rant about my family of all people, or all groups of people, about how it's gonna be when the 5G towers are gonna activate whenever you get the vaccine for coronavirus, it's gonna have a chip in it, and the 5G towers are gonna activate it. So sex robots are.
Go again? Can you guys hear me?
And a drawing has more appeal.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, yeah, I went down for a second or two.
You should rename this stream, by the way, to the Internet Problem version stream.
Right.
Just call the stream episode 6, the Comcast Strikes Back. Or no, it's episode 3, Comcast Strikes Back.
No. It's episode 5.
Episode 5.
Wow,
yeah, episode
dude.
5.
Wow, you were all wrong.
Whatever, dude. Or it's gonna, and then it's gonna be Revenge of the Comcast, or nah, I'll just use Revenge of the Comcast.
They both work.
So,
Yep.
Boys.
Boy.
gamers.
Gamers rise up.
Let's see.
They can only do this shit because we take it from them.
Nazi.
Yeah.
What else stupid shit's gonna happen this year?
Oh man, bro, we're
this
we're not
Other
even.
kid and Nazi.
We're barely into summer, bruh. We're barely
George
into
Soros running for
summer,
president.
right?
Dude, that'd be the biggest joke ever. If that happened, I would actually just be like, yeah, I would actually just become the Joker at that point. I'd just get my clown makeup and just dance downstairs, telling how all this is just one big joke.
Nah, comedian,
He'd
man.
get the votes.
Better
dude.
character.
He'd get the votes. He would get the votes.
It's like, man,
Sad enough. Sad enough.
Thankfully,
dude.
he's not a natural U.S. citizen.
hand someone a glass of water and they'll vote for that shit. People are dumb.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I hate people. If you couldn't tell.
Not the biggest
I
fan
love
myself.
people. What are you talking about? I'm such a people person. Everybody wants to know like why people like us have such a bad and poor
View of
outlook
humanity.
on life and people. Like when you have to report on stupid shit like this, and you ask the question, "Why do you hate people so much?" Do you really need to fucking ask that question and get an answer?
Dude. I mean, another thing is like this. You know, have you guys seen those Twitter memes where it's just that the tower thing with two heads walking around screaming, and like they're saying that the 5G towers are alive?
No, but
I've seen there's a Twitter meme of that where it's just like there's some giant air horn thing that they're joking around. That's the 5G towers. They're coming alive, and there's people on Twitter who actually believe those are real 5G towers that are just going alive. Like I'm not even, in Canada right now, people burned down a 5G tower.
that was I was gonna say there are a couple incidents. I think it's happened in the UK, the US, and Canada now, where people have destroyed 5G towers because they're total fucking nutbags.
Dummies. It's like, man, it's like these people, they voted for Justin Trudeau, but they believe a conspiracy theory about a 5G tower. Fuck off. Sorry, that's
You know,
They're
It's
saying,
like-
he's saying that they're doing maintenance on his shit now.
yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing, right? If you were that afraid of this shit, then you would have built a cabin in the
4G.
Well, that's what you would have built a cabin in the woods with fucking copper mesh embedded in the walls like a fucking decade ago when this shit was actually coming out, and you know,
Or lived in your nuclear shelter.
or whatever. Yeah, like there are ways to avoid this shit. And if you were really worried about it, you'd be doing them right now. So yeah, I what's different about this one? They said the same shit about 4G.
Yeah, and
You
it's
know.
like, and because my favorite argument of the people who say, but 5G emits radiation, guys.
Nope, they all, dude. Just having electrical wires in your house or near you emits radiation. Like it might not be
Yeah.
quite the
Stop
same.
using logic, Pete. Stop using logic. Logic's
And that's the thing.
dead.
It's not the same as a cell antenna. I get that, but it almost is. And certainly, if, like I said, if you were worried about that shit, the same every time the new study comes out where you know they've got some indication, and not by some, I'm being quite generous, that exposure to like cell phone antennas long term can give you cancer or whatever. It's like, yeah, but the same shit was found about electrical wires. So, you know, even if cell phones are worse, you're not limiting yourself. Even if you don't have a cell phone, you're not fucking limiting your exposure much because all the wires in your house are going to do the same shit. You know, so yeah, go live in a cabin in the woods with no electricity.
That's my goal in life. That's my goal in life.
I mean,
dude.
I'm
told Valerie
down
that.
too, but I'd have electricity and, you know, internet
Good.
and shit. Like I'll
Solar
run my
power isn't hard to come by. Install if you save up money, you can even get a power pole if you wanted to.
Honestly,
20 Gs to put
I mean,
a power pole in on a
oh, dude,
line. So I mean,
I'd run my own cable line. Like, I'd do it. I don't care what it costs. I mean, if I had that kind of
Hon-
fuck you money, yeah, I'd just, okay, I'll dig a big ass ditch, a
Right.
couple miles, whatever, bury a fucking cable, hook it up, and I know they charge you for that shit, but okay, whatever the cost is.
yeah, fuck you money at that point.
Yeah. You know, because I can
If
do
I
it
have-
myself. That's the thing. It's like the real expensive shit is when you have them do it. Like, that's like, you know, several tens of thousands of dollars or more.
if you dig your own hole, and the reason why I know this is because when I lived out in Golden Valley as a kid, we lived in this situation where like we were so far out, it was like 2 hours or 3 hours before the cops or ambulances could come out there. So if you hurt
Right.
yourself, you were fucked.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah, anything
so
more than a
in order
broken
to
bone
run
and
a
you're out of
line-
luck.
exactly. So in order to run a line, we dug our own hole, popped the posts in ourselves, and then any lines that we needed, me and my stepfather dug the fucking hole from the end of our road to where we were at, ran the lines, and then
Yep.
the electric company had to come out and approve it
And just tap
run
it.
their
Yeah.
lines,
Right.
and tap it. Yeah.
And what do they charge you for that? Do you know?
I think at the time it was 3,500 to run the line, and it
Yeah.
was about 10 Gs for the pole.
Okay. What about just for the hookup?
3,500, I believe.
Okay.
They charge you per foot, I believe. It's like
Right.
every foot.
Well,
is
no.
like,
But like, if you ran your own cable, what's the charge just for them to come out and actually hook it up? Not the, you know, them doing
I don't
the
remember.
cable. You don't remember?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't
But it's
remember.
probably a lot
No,
less.
that was a long time ago, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
like,
It's not going to be
no.
3,500 now. It's going to be like 10 Gs now, especially if you got a mileage or two on that.
Well, I know the poles are cheaper now. The poles are a lot cheaper now.
Well, that's the thing. You don't
because,
even need to do poles anymore. You can do it entirely underground until, like, because I know some of the infrastructure is pole. But, I mean, you can run an underground cable and then just pop it up and put it up the pole. I'm pretty sure. I don't think you need to run a pole all the way if you don't want, especially if you're doing it yourself.
Right.
So that shit's easy, man. Underground cable. Buy a big ass spool, the nice stuff. Get a ditch witch.
I'd fuck you
Yeah,
money. I'd
dude.
just basically never go. I would just I would disappear from the earth. Just civilization goodbye.
You know what's great about like living out in that kind of wilderness by yourself is there's nobody around to fuck with you.
Yep.
Nobody goes down your road because it's your road, and
Play your music as loud as you want.
play your music as loud as you want. You can fucking do literally whatever the fuck you want. Like nobody's gonna come out there and fuck with you.
Yep.
And that's what I loved about it. Like I hated it as a kid because I didn't understand it. But
Well, yeah,
now
'cause-
that I'm older, I kind of miss it.
Yeah.
When you're an
kinda miss it.
adult,
Well, that's the thing. When you're a kid, you got.
optimistic.
Well, that's
When you're an
when you're
adult,
a
you
kid.
just hate people.
No, when you're that's you're not wrong. But no, when you're a kid, you know, you don't have transportation. You know, getting a ride from your parents or
Right.
whatever, that's a chore. And fucking walking, oh my god, you know, you're talking. Cause that was bad about growing up in Sacramento, man. It's so spread out that like anything, like I could go to a couple fast food places, and there was, you know, a card shop here and some other shit, but in a movie theater or whatever. But yeah, to get anywhere else, like, man, it was 2 hours of walking,
Yeah.
you know, or an hour of fucking bike riding. Like, that's a
Oh,
strike
yeah.
when you're fucking 12, you know, or 13.
Oh yeah, dude. Like that's how it was when I was a kid. It was like a 2.5 mile, almost 3 mile fucking walk.
Yeah.
Just to my bus stop. And at the time, it was all dirt road. All of
Right.
it. Like even Estrella, which was the main road I lived down, was all dirt. So
Yeah, and actually,
I had to get up at like 5 a.m. to make the bus by like 7.
That's some shit, man. And I kind of went through the same thing you did, because yeah, as a kid, I fucking hated how spread out Sacramento was. But like, there was literally 2 families that had kids.
You and
That
our
we-
boy lived in the same area.
Yeah,
Like,
so
we
about
grew up
5
out
or
there.
6 friends that I could walk to, you know, their house I could walk to every day. And then it was shit when I skateboarded to school. That was like an hour. I mean, it wasn't horribly far, but it was a strike. And like I said, you know, we had, you know, a movie theater, a few fast food places, card shop, a couple hangout spots. But, you know, like the closest roller rink was like, oh Jesus, that was Sunrise, so that's a 45-minute car ride. closest arcade was like almost an hour away by foot because it crossed. It wasn't actually that far away, but it crossed a freeway, and you had to go all the way fucking around, and you had to go down like this nasty busy street. Yep.
And what I did at home was like nothing to me in Anaheim, dude, because it was like
Right.
it went by fast. Like instead of taking the city bus, I would just skate to school.
Sure.
And that took like what felt like only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, but it was really like almost 2 hours. But it was worth it because it was fun. There was a lot of shit to look at, people you ran into.
Skateboarding's fun too. I loved it way more than biking.
I always hated skateboarding
But
because that's one of the times I broke my arm skateboarding.
well, you're
So.
a bitch. But no, but what I was going to say before was similarly to how you feel about it now, Brem. I reached the same understanding because as soon as I got a car, all of a sudden I didn't give a shit anymore about how far away.
Right?
You know, even if it was 45 minutes, like fuck it, dude, I'm down for that drive, man. Let's roll. You know.
I told my girl that, dude. I told my girl, I'm like, babe, like, I said, let's try Golden Valley, like, because the housing out there's super cheap.
And then
you
now
can buy
that I'm
a house for nothing out there.
And then now that I'm even older, now I really, because you know, when I was a kid, or like a teenager kid, I didn't really appreciate how spread out Sacramento was. But now, older as an adult, man, oh man, you know, traffic's still bad, but it's a lot better than it is downtown. You know, there's a whole bunch of different options of like how many fucking like little stereo shops and electronic shops and shit like that are around. So if like one place doesn't have what you're looking for, there's a pretty good chance that another place does. You know, and then before they closed down, we had 2 Best Buys with, you know, about the same 20-minute drive each from where I'm at. Couple different Best Buys, several different Walmarts. You know, yeah, it's not bad. It's getting too crowded now, and the ghetto is just spreading every day. Every fucking day, it gets closer and closer, man. I mean, I've been in it for a while, but I mean, closer to the really nice parts. But what are you gonna do, right?
Bro, like I told her, I was like, if we move to Vegas again, like I'm really considering Pahrump, dude.
Yeah. Is that out of the way?
Oh, it's out of the way, but you could like literally own whatever pet you want, anything. Sure. Anything you want.
Just own a tiger. I don't give a fuck. People won't care anyways.
Bro, like,
be the next Tiger King.
I told my girl, dude. I'm like, yo, well, if we get a lion, no one's gonna fuck with a lion. Like,
please still hasn't seen that movie, man. Okay, that's when we end the stream tonight. We have got to watch Grandma's Boy. That's fucking. We're not taking any more fucking excuses. It's not that late. You stayed up way later last night. Yeah, tonight you're seeing Grandma's Boy, bitch.
I don't want to do that again.
I don't give a fuck, bro. You won't be up that late because it's only 2 hours.
Honestly, Blue, it's not that long a movie, dog. It's really not.
I'll watch it tomorrow. Deal?
No.
Slasher today.
No, if we end the stream in the next 5 to 10 minutes, it won't even be.
My word's law. Or at least for me, it is.
This motherfucker, you're doing it, bitch.
I love Grandma's Boy. It's like one of my favorite movies.
It's one of my favorites of all time, bro. Of all time, it's one of the best stoner comedies ever. I'd rank it right up there with How High. What was the Dave Chappelle one?
Half Baked.
Shit, Half Baked. Yeah, Dazed and Confused. Like it's right up there. I mean, it's different. It's a it's a lot more with our generation than like Half Baked and all them. So that's maybe why I enjoyed it a lot.
It's up there with Men in Tights for me. And Spaceballs, like.
Yeah, it's just a little updated. And fucking I can't remember the name of the guy, but it's that troupe. It's that Adam Sandler group guys. Even though Adam Sandler isn't in this one. But the main guy who wrote it, the main character, like he's hilarious, man. He's fucking great, and all the people around him that are all part of that Sandler group. What's the name of that fucking pictures group?
I want to say
Happy Madison.
Happy Madison.
Happy Madison. Yeah, Happy Madison
I almost said Gilmore, but I knew that wasn't.
Yeah, right. I know that wasn't right. Yeah, it was the other way. But yeah, that whole group is just fucking awesome, man. They are so fucking funny. I wish they did more shit.
What do you mean by Gilmore? Exactly.
Happy Gilmore was the first one or the second one?
Happy Gilmore was the first one.
Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison were the first two, and so then when he made his own picture group, he called it Happy Madison Productions. You know, as
I've seen Which one's the one where he made fun of the kid for stuttering?
Billy Madison.
I've seen that, and that's about it. Like the Happy Gilmore one, used name, I've never seen that.
Oh, that
so.
one's great, dude. It's a golfing movie, and it's I think it's better than
Oh.
Caddyshack. But that's just me. But, yeah, no, you got to see fucking Grandma's Boy, dude. Because that's the thing. You'll get the
Honestly, man, I think you'd like it.
yeah. He'll get the references to Grandma's Boy. Like he could even do like Old School, and he'd be okay with it. Like they're not too far out of his. He's seen fucking enough of
Old
like
School
the
was
show.
surprisingly good. I thought I was
Dude.
gonna go into that movie hating it, dude.
Oh, bro, yeah. That's the thing. I'm not the biggest fan
Like,
of Will Ferrell either. It's real hit.
I was
like
just gonna say, dude, like I don't really care for that motherfucker, but like that shit, like actually, Old School is what got me to watch Step Brothers.
no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
Because I slept on Step Brothers because I how much I can't stand him.
Like-
but then I watched Step Brothers. I was like, okay, you know what? He's gotten a lot better, bro. It's not
Well,
MTV anymore.
and that's the thing. For me, it's just hit or miss, right? Because I love Old School. I love there was a serious one he did that was really good. That was kind of more dry humor. But then what was one of his first ones? Fuck. Or like Elf. I really liked Elf.
Elf was good.
hilarious. But like I didn't like
Journey
Talladega
to the
Nights.
Center of the Earth or some shit like that.
You know, Talladega Nights was okay. Anchorman is just I didn't even watch. I couldn't make it through Anchorman.
Dude, Anchorman was too stupid for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's a level of stupidity you don't go, and that shit blew it right out of the fucking
Right
water.
out
I
of
was
the
like,
water,
I can't do
yeah.
it, bro.
And it wasn't like Dumb and Dumber. That's the thing. I can handle that stupid or stupider if it's done right. And for me, Dumb and Dumber is the epitome of that. Like,
yeah, I agree
and
with that.
yeah, because I love Dumb and Dumber.
Even Ace Ventura, bro. Ace Ventura was like that
or
too for me, yeah.
oh, dude, Naked Gun, man. Naked Gun 33 1/3 is one of my most favorite fucking movies of all time.
What about Airplane?
I see. I'm
What
not a
about
big fan of Airplane though. My brother loves Airplane.
Was good.
It was okay, yeah, but it's just for me it's Naked Gun and Hot Shots Part 2, man. Oh my god, of the really old ones, fuck, dude. Those movies got me howling when I was watching them at like 8 years old and shit.
Yeah, Hot Shots was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but yeah, Will Ferrell, like I said, I'm 50-50 on him. Like, what was the one with it was the other two guys and they were the Wedding Crashers. Like he was hilarious in Wedding
movie was
Crashers,
fucking
bro.
hilarious, dude.
Yeah, but he wasn't a big part of it, right?
Oh, you won't believe the kind of pussy I get at funerals. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Mom,
Ma,
the meatloaf!
Oh my god, man. Yeah,
We
dude, he was
watched it.
great in that. So yeah, like
He's
I said,
all, dude,
50-50.
I heard a thump. Is your mom okay? She'll be fine. Mom. That was good. Yeah, those movies are good. And you know what? I think that's the epitome, though. Like, I think we reached our height as far as comedies go.
So
that's
too.
actually good.
I think
Because
Wedding
anything that
Crashers
I've
is
watched
right at the
now,
top.
anything that I watch now isn't as funny. Like, I've been pretty let down with some of the new shit.
That's the thing, because I don't think Old School is as good as Wedding Crashers, and then I certainly don't think Talladega Nights or Anchorman are.
Right. Talladega Nights, like I said, it was eh.
Yeah, it was funny.
Anchorman was eh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to sound like a downer, but just I can't remember the last time I really liked or watched a comedy, and like as far as like
that's because you have not seen anything from like 10 years ago to 20 something years ago. Like there were so many through the 90s and they're like almost all the way through the 2000s. I can't. When did Wedding Crashers come out?
That was Wedding Crashers was like what 2012?
I thought it was a little earlier than that.
2010 maybe. Yeah, it was 2010 because I was still
05, bro. Yeah, see,
was it
I knew it wasn't that. I thought it was like mid to late 2000s. So yeah.
Fuck, I'm getting old.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There were good ones after that though. They just weren't as good. So you had like Talladega Nights and all that, and I think
up until Wedding Crashers, Evolution was like my favorite because Evolution was pretty funny.
Evolution was fucking great, man. David Duchovny, and he is fucking him. And what was the black guy? Oh my god.
Oh, fucking yeah.
I can't remember his name. He's like one of the ones I can't
He's
remember.
all, my name is Dr. Henry Block.
Oh, I love it. What was the kid, right? He was just the stupid kid that had just been in
American Pie.
Yeah, and
And
no,
Dude,
the
Where's
other
My
dumb
Car?
one. Dude, Where's My Car, right? So he was just Stifler at that point, right? And this was kind of like, it was right before he got his big break into bigger shit, but he was still doing that Stifler character. But man, when he starts fucking singing and the bird thing responds to him, and fucking the black dude's just like, no, go, rub some funk on it, boy, get at it, bro. I was dying, dude.
He's like, you are embarrassing me.
Oh, fucking great, bro. Yeah,
Give me the gun.
I
I'm gonna
just
do
watched
it.
that like 6 months ago too. And what's her name? The redhead, dude. I love that redhead. She's great.
Yeah. I know who I can't remember her name right now, but
can't either.
she's pretty cool.
It's not Rachel
Dude,
Wise
she
or whatever.
did. She did the fucking Lonely Island Boys music video.
Really?
Did you know that?
No.
You ever watch the Lonely Island Boys music video of Mother Lover, dude? It is fucking hilarious, dude. Hilarity, and she's one of the mothers that they bang as best friends, like, you know, banging each other's moms. She plays one of the moms, dude.
Nice.
Oh, fucking hilarious.
Yeah, she was in what was that recent one with the aliens? She's the linguist. Oh fuck, I love this movie too. Arrival. She was real good in Arrival, and I really liked her in a couple of those. One she did with Pierce Brosnan. That was really good.
Yeah.
But well, we lost
I have
Blue.
yet to see. Yeah, he probably got tired of
This motherfucker.
whatever.
Bitch out like that on us. What a punk.
Yeah.
Fucking, dude, you were up to like 7 in the morning last night. You could spend another 2 hours watching a movie. It's not even 1 o'clock yet.
I like watching movies with you guys. This shit's funny, especially if it's something like I haven't seen before. You introduced me to a few I haven't seen. Fucking.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, dude.
I know. We keep
movie
saying
night
we
is
need to
pretty
do a
fun.
movie night. We gotta find a time and a
You
day.
gotta plan a time, and a time is
I
not
know.
4 in the fucking morning.
No, I know this, dude, but you know, we were talking about this with Trism the other day, where we.
Yeah, but Trism
and-
has no schedule.
Well, and that's the thing.
He's
You
like,
were the. This motherfucker. I swear to God, I'm gonna slap the bitch out of you, bruh. Bruh. You are the one with the most time restrictions. So you got to get together with because I'm open anytime, and Brem's anytime at night. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll figure it out.
It has to be a reasonable time, I guess. But it's just like, my fingers.
Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
like it's hard for me to take your time serious because there's some times where you're up with me all night
No,
playing
you were just
Valorant.
up till 7 in the morning, bruh.
And then you tell me you're going to bed, and then I see you logging into another game.
Right?
So
Wait,
it's like
wait,
I
wait,
can't
hold
really
up. When did I
tell
do
if
that?
you're being serious or not.
Wait,
Huh?
when did I do that? When did I do that?
The last
Oh.
time we watched a movie together, you logged into Destiny 2 shortly after you said you were going to bed.
He's done that to me a couple times too.
And you said you were going to bed, but here's the thing: you're on my friends list on all my gaming platforms, bro.
Right? Yeah, it's like I see you on Steam,
Motherfucker.
dog. You're not sneaky.
Oh, he tries. This motherfucker will like he'll go invisible on Discord, thinking no
Right.
one's gonna see that
Yeah,
shit.
thinking he's slick. Yep.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. Okay, bro. Have a good night. Fucking, I see you the next day. I was up all night. Like, motherfucker.
It's usually, if that happens, I'm usually up all night watching it, like some anime or fuck. I don't even know, dude. I'll be honest.
No, I get it,
Playing
because I'll
some
do the
game.
same thing. Well, that's the thing. I'll
I'm
just
in
say,
the same boat. Yeah, no, I do the same shit, bro. You're good.
because I'll just say I'm going, and then I'll watch a couple YouTube videos or something.
Oh, that's
know.
the worst.
Yeah,
I get
YouTube.
on
Yeah,
a
dude. I get in
rabbit
that
hole.
YouTube hole, dude. The fucking YouTube hole that you never get out of. You watch like something about baby animals, and by the end of
Right.
your night, you're watching fucking like mysterious disappearances of fellow YouTubers and shit. You're like, why the fuck am I watching this?
No, the worst is the top 10 rabbit hole. Those are
No,
an absolute nightmare.
The best meme I've ever seen about that rabbit hole is the one where it's Ice-T in fucking what's that show? SVU, Law and Order SVU, right? But it's the caption is, yeah, man, the kid found himself starting off in something called ASMR, and at first it's just fucking cute chicks helping you sleep, and before you know it, you're watching vampire twins put on their makeup just to get your kicks. Bro.
That's fucking true!
Right?
So
Right?
fucking true, dude.
Dude.
Like,
how
Jesus Christ.
how perfect of a boomer yet not boomer meme at the same time, right? Because the reference is just amazing, dude.
It's fucking spot on, dude. Like, how many times did you watch gaming videos of like Jack Frags or something, and then in your fucking suggestion feed you have hot girls kissing, or you have mysteriously top 10 YouTubers that have gone missing and never found.
Or
Then you go down that rabbit hole, and then you start watching videos about fucking dark web shit, and you're like, why am I watching this, dude?
And this all isn't even scratching the surface when it comes to fucking hentai, because I've been down that rabbit hole. And yeah, you start off with some wholesome ass shit, and you will end with fucking tentacles and all sorts of things that you just
Bro,
you can't unsee them, man.
Dude, I was watching hentai voice actresses trolling Overwatch players. That shit was hilarious.
That sounds
and then it
amazing.
went from that, dude. It went from that to like human trafficking documentaries out of fucking like Beijing and shit. And I'm like, this doesn't even fucking equate, man. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, well, hold up. I gotta ask a really dumb question. Is there any way to maybe reset my what's it called? The Steam Shielder, it's called.
What, like
the what now?
The two-factor authentication thing?
Yeah, where like you know when you log into a different account, that's a different account. When you log into like your account but on a different computer, is there any way to reset that or no?
Well, you
I
should
don't
be
think
able to.
so.
There isn't.
I don't know. Let's see.
I thought there was.
Well, like what exactly do you want to do?
Reset it to only this PC gets recognized instantly when it logs into Steam. Because I remember, I think I had to log into my laptop like a couple weeks ago on Steam to check something out. So
well, there should be whenever you authenticate that, there should be a tick thing you could choose that says "Remember this computer," and that's what I always choose.
Yeah, but how do I turn that off how do I reset it and just do a clean reset on it? You know what I mean? And then just set it to this.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean. Like to reset that for every device so that only the things you log in
get the information.
Okay.
Not the information, but
so you go to when Steam is open, the actual app, you go to settings, and then you go the first tab, account. The first button on the right is Manage Steam Guard Account Security. You pop that, it opens up a window. You can change your level of security, and then there's a thing at the bottom that says deauthorize all other devices. Click that, and that will make you reset everything except the computer you're on.
So I press the bottom one, and then no, it's deauthorize all the other devices.
Yep.
Will that affect this PC or no?
It shouldn't, but maybe you might have to log in again. I don't know.
I mean that's not a big deal. Also, I just need to make sure.
Right, you just want it off of everything else, right?
Yeah, I just want to do a clean reset on it. That's all. I don't know. I get a little worried about some things like that because I always just get a little panicky about it. I don't know.
Steam's pretty good. I don't get it usually any notices of Steam trying to activate it in fucking India or some shit. But I do get it for some other things, so I don't know. Steam doesn't worry me too much.
Oh, by the way, just a quick thing. Witcher 3 Game of the Year is $20 on Steam right now if anyone wants it. Or for some reason.
Oh.
I mean, I already opened it on GOG and it's on my USB, so I don't really need it.
And there was another... Fuck, where was it? Oh,
I mean, but...
4 Kings, 1 War is free on Steam until tomorrow. I don't know. I've not heard anything. Oh, it's chess? Inspired by chess. Okay, it's a 1 to 2 player strategy game inspired by chess. I don't know. Looks interesting if you're into that sort of shit. But
wait, but what do you mean? Like am I really not that slick when it comes to sneaking
no, you're really,
shit? I guess
you really aren't, dude.
No.
Not at all.
Like that seems. How do you guys know? Like that?
Because we both have Steam and Blizzard open all the time.
No,
and so
don't ruin it, don't ruin it, don't ruin it. Just let him figure that, he's being slick, and then, I'll just keep saying, I have my ways.
No, because the problem is I do that all the time.
I know you do.
Yeah, I know.
Because the problem is, like, I don't want to sound mean, but it's just I usually say that so people leave me alone for a little bit.
Bro, I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I'm the same exact way. I'm not shaming you for it. I do the same shit, bro. Like, if I don't want to be around you guys, I'll be like, yeah, I'm out. And then I'll just stay on watching YouTube for a little bit. And then I go to bed.
I can't watch YouTube and be on voice chat. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So if I like winding down the day with watching, a couple of stupid YouTube videos. So it's like, all right, yeah, I got to log off because, I'm not going to bed, but I want to go to bed. So, But, yeah. Anyway, how long have we been going for anyway? No, it's over an hour. Oh, wow, 2 even. Oh, shit.
That's a good number to end on. But
yeah, why not? All right, well, yeah, fuck it.
Does anyone know, wait, hold on. Does anyone know when the Steam Summer Sale is or no?
I don't. Probably not. Isn't it? Is it beginning of July or end of June? I can't remember.
Well, I missed out on my chance, but I'm really hoping that the next Steam Summer Sale has God Eater for really cheap because I want to get that game. Because I'm going down the Wii rabbit hole, leave me alone. But I want to get that game, and
but dude, you can always get the first two. The first two are stupid cheap. It's only the third one that's expensive.
Yeah, if you get the second game, it comes with the first game for free.
Yeah, and I think you probably they have it on sale for like $10 or $12 all the time. You'd probably be able to get a key from a key store for the same about that now, and then just wait for
it for me. It's a great game.
Yeah, and then just wait for the sale for the third one to go on sale.
Making time for games like that though for me is kind of difficult. Like I haven't been able to finish Resident Evil 2,
and dude, I haven't finished Nier. I didn't finish Doom.
I'm only gonna when Resident Evil 2 remake, I'm only gonna play through the campaign on Leon. I know that's not the quote unquote true experience. I don't care. I just want to beat the game.
Well, you already beaten the original one, haven't you?
No, I've never played the original Resident Evil.
Oh, well.
I mean, 2 different perspectives of the campaign. I guess it'll be like cool for a second playthrough later on.
Well, that's the thing is, but when it, that's the story is kind of known by everybody now. So the whole point of having 2 is that you got half the story with each run through, and there was a whole lot of interesting shit that you didn't see in whichever one you chose for the first run through. That doing the second, and then a whole bunch of the gameplay not elements themselves, but like you'd go through basically all the same rooms and shit, but you did them in a completely different order depending on who you picked. So it wasn't. But if the game's been out for so fucking long now, it's not like you're gonna be getting some big giant reveal from the second playthrough that you don't already know. It's like you already know what happens. You've heard the story probably 1,000 times.
The thing is, I already knew about the story about Resident Evil 2 remake before I even played it. I just forgot about I just never got the experience of playing it, which it was cool. I'm gonna beat the campaign. I'm almost done the campaign thing. I'm in the underground lab, so I'm basically almost done for what I've been told. So
yeah. Well, all right then. Guess thanks everybody for watching. We'll see y'all next week. Peace out.
Later, fellers.
Gamer Goo.
I'm gonna go wee.